So in today's session, we are going to discuss about scheduled jobs. Okay. Under system definition, under system definition, you will find a module called scheduled jobs. Okay. Open the scheduled jobs, guys. Okay. So this is the scheduled jobs topic that we are going to discuss in today's session. Scheduled jobs is a server-side script. The server-side script. Here you can only use server-side APIs. The server-side APIs, you can use only server-side, in the server-side script, you can only use server-side API, such as glide record, glide record secure, glide aggregate, glide datetime, glide schedule, glide duration, glide system. Only server-side APIs, you can use it in the server-side script. So scheduled jobs is a server-side script, guys. Okay. We have to do an activity regular intervals, at regular intervals. We want to do an activity, okay, we have to do an activity at regular intervals, we'll use scheduled jobs. What exactly this uh, line means actually? So I have to send a report to the manager on every Friday. Okay. Every Friday, I have to send a report to the manager. Or every month last date, I have to send a report to the manager. Okay. So every weekday, I have to send a report to the manager. So that means every Saturday, every 1 hour, every 5 hours, every weekday, every month end, every month beginning date. So likewise, if you want to do an activity at regular intervals, okay. So I have to send a report to the manager. I have to send a report to the manager every Friday. It is actually one job. Okay. Every weekday, every weekday. Okay. Every month, the last date. Okay. Every last Saturday. Okay. So this is actually regular interval every Friday. Every Friday. So here you will create a job that job runs every Friday. You don't have to manually remember today is Friday or not. You don't have to manually remember today is weekday or not. You don't have to manually remember today is last day of the month or not. You will create a job that job runs every Friday. You will create a job that job runs every weekday. You will create a job that runs every month last day. You will create a job that runs every month last Saturday. Likewise, you will be creating a job. That job will be running at regular intervals. Hope you understand what are scheduled jobs. Okay. Hope you are able to understand, guys. Okay. Fine, guys. So I am going to create a scheduled job. You have to go to scheduled jobs under system definition. Under system definition, you will go to the scheduled jobs. I am creating a new scheduled job. Okay. So here you choose automate generation and distribution of a report. So I have to send a report to the manager, right? I have to send a report to the manager on every Friday. So as it is a report, you have to select this particular link. So you just click on this particular link here. Okay. Weekly report. Okay. You have to select the report here. So guys, there is a report table in ServiceNow. You will have to create the reports. So reports topic we haven't discussed yet. We will be discussing reports topic in coming sessions. So there are some reports in ServiceNow where you can create some reports. Okay. So you can see these are the reports. So these are the reports, guys. Okay. So these are the reports. Okay. So I am just selecting one report here, active change requests. Active change requests. So whatever the report that we are seeing here, active change requests. So that report I am selecting here. Okay, this report I want to send it to Uday Gadiparthi, Abraham Lincoln, Nurag, Nurag, Kajawali. So I want to send this report to 4 members. Okay. If I want to send the report to the group email address, select a group here, select a group. Okay, I am selecting a group here. So in this group, if the group has group email address, so it will send an email to the group email address. If the group doesn't have group email address, it will send an email to the group members. So if you take a look at the group, this group has no group email. So if the group has group email, it will send an email to the group email. If the group doesn't have group email, it will send an email to group members. So I am selecting a group here, right? As this group doesn't have group email, it will send an email to the group members. So if you want to keep any email address, any email addresses separately. So here, Kiran Uday 459 at the rate gmail.com. You can also specify individual email address as well. Okay, comma separated list of email addresses. Comma, Uday Kishore 22 at the rate gmail.com. Okay, and here this is actually frequency. So every Friday, right? You can select weekly here, and you will select Friday. Every Friday at what time? At 1 a.m. Okay. So daily means you will select here, daily here. So this report will be sent daily to this particular members. Weekly means weekly on which day? Weekly on Friday. Monthly on which date? Monthly on first or second or third. So periodically for every 1 hour, for every 5 hours, for every 6 hours, for every 8 hours, for every one day, for every 3 days. Okay, for every 3 days this job should run. You will mention here for every 3 days. You will mention once, only one time this job should trigger. Okay, what date this job should run? You will mention that particular date. On this particular date, this job will run. Okay, so on demand. So on demand scheduled jobs will not run. You have to come to the scheduled job. You have to execute this one. On demand means it won't run automatically. On demand scheduled jobs won't run automatically unless and until you execute manually. It will run. Okay. So in our requirement, you will select weekly here. Weekly on Friday at 1 a.m. This the job will run. Okay. So in this report, if there are no active change requests found, so in the report, if there is no active change requests found, don't send the report. Omit if no records means in the report, if there are no records found, don't send the email. Don't run this job. Okay. Omit if no records. Don't send. You can see here. Don't send email if report filter returns 0 records. So in the report, if there are no records, if there are 0 records, then don't send the email. Okay. So I am just providing the subject of the email. Weekly active change requests. Weekly active change requests report. So the report should be in the which format? Report should be in the PDF format or Excel sheet or CSV, which format you can select here. If you want it in the Excel sheet, you can just select Excel here. Okay. Just scroll up and create the scheduled job. Okay. So here we can't wait for Friday, right? We can just click on execute now. You can use this button for testing purpose, guys. You can use this button for testing purpose. I'm just clicking on execute now. Okay. So I just clicked on execute now, right? So ServiceNow will send an email to Uday email address, Abraham Lincoln email address, Anurag email address, Kajawali email address, and this particular group members and these two email addresses. So 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. 14 members should receive the email. So where do we check if the ServiceNow has sent an email or not? So where do we check if the ServiceNow has sent email or not? So we can check it in the email logs. Just type email, just type emails. Under system logs, you will find emails here. This is the place where you can check ServiceNow has sent the email or not. Okay. So you can see weekly active change request report. You can see these many members have received you can see just now email is sent out from ServiceNow. So these many email addresses will receive the email. Okay. Let me just open this particular email. You can see in the Excel format. So just click on preview email. So this is the email that is sent out. Okay. This is the email that is sent out to these many members. Okay. This is the subject. This is the subject. So likewise, guys, every Friday this job will run, and these members and these group members, these email addresses will receive this report in the Excel format. Excel format. This will be the subject. This will be the email body. If you take a look at here, you can just click on view email here. This is the email body. This is the email body. So this is the subject. So this is the subject. So this email is sent out from the scheduled job. Likewise, every Friday, scheduled job will be sending the report to the particular people that I mentioned here. So these people will be receiving the email on every Friday with this particular report as an Excel sheet format. This will be the subject and this will be the body. The report, there are no records. The filter report, if there are no records in the filter, if you check this checkbox, it will not send the email. It will not send the email. Okay. So you are able to understand how do we send the report every Friday using scheduled job every Friday. Hmm? Guys, okay, every weekday I have to send the report every weekday. So every weekday means I have to select a daily here. Okay. So daily means it will also send the email on Saturdays and Sundays as well. So I have to exclude Saturdays, Sundays. To exclude Saturdays and Sundays, I am checking the conditional checkbox here. So you check the conditional checkbox. Okay. So here I am going to use glide date API. So where day is equal to new glide date time. Day is equal to new glide date time. Where day is equal to day dot the day of the week. The day of the week. Okay. This will give you today is actually a which day. Today is which day? If today is Friday, it will give 5. Saturday means 6. Sunday means 7. Monday means 1. Okay. So here, if day equal to 6 or day equal to 7, if the day is Saturday, Sunday, okay, then mention answer is equal to false. Answer is equal to false means don't send the report. Answer is equal to false means don't send the report. Answer is equal to true means send the report. If it is Saturday, Sunday, don't send the report. If it is not Saturday, Sunday, send the report. You understand my point? So this job will run daily. This job will run daily. Daily will check today is Saturday, Sunday or not. Daily it will check today is Saturday, Sunday or not. So today is Friday, right? So here the condition will be false. It will send the report. So tomorrow is Saturday, right? Day will be 6. If it is 6, answer is equal to false. It will not send the report. Hope you understand. How do we send the report only on the weekdays? So you have to check the conditional checkbox and you have to check the today's day. Okay, you have to check the today's day. Okay. If the day is 6, 6 means Saturday, 7 means Sunday. If the day is 6 or 7, answer is equal to false. Else answer is equal to true. Okay. Answer is equal to true. Okay. Okay. Suppose if I have to send the report on every month last date. So guys, every month last date means for January it is 30, for February it is 28, sometimes it is 29, sometimes it is 30, sometimes it is 31. So here I can't select 30 here. So I can select monthly here, monthly on 30. So if you select 30, what happens? On February it will miss. On February it will miss. Okay. So if you select 31st, what happens? It will miss for some months. So you cannot actually select that. If you have to send a report on every month last date. Last date means for some months it will be 28. For some months it will be 29. For some months it will be 30. For some months it will be 31. So in that case, what should we do? So in the conditional checkbox, you have to check the conditional checkbox. Here what you have to do is you have to write the logic. Okay. Where where last date is equal to new guide date time. If you see here, gs dot last day of the month, last day of the month, or end of this month. You can take end of this month. Dot display value. You can also use here dot get display value. Okay. So here every day you have to select daily here, guys. Daily it will check. Daily it will check. Today is last day of the month or not. Today, if today equal to last date. So every day it will check today is last day of the month or not. Okay, let me just go here. Let me just take this particular script out. I'm going to the background script. Okay. So here you have to keep true. You have to keep false here. So what is it telling? Today is last day, it will say true. If today is not last day of the month, it will say false. Let me just print the. So it is telling today is 23rd. So last day of this month is 31st August. Okay. So if both are equal, what you can do is you can use dot month. Mm, Not get month, get a date you have to use. Get a date. Okay. So what am I doing? I am just taking the today's date. I am taking the last day of the month. If both are equal, it will say true, or else it will say false. So what happens? This job runs daily. Daily it will check today is last Saturday. Today is last day of the month or not. So here you have to use get date, guys. So it will actually give you today's date. It will give you last date of the month. Okay, it will give you today's date. Okay, it will give you last date of the month. So daily this job will run. Daily it will compare today is last Saturday. Today is last day of the month or not. So daily it will compare today is last day of the month or not. So finally in the last day of the month it will be true. If it is true, answer is equal to true. You have to keep answer is equal to false here. So if today is last date, you have to send a report. Else you have to stop the sending the report. Hope you understand this logic. Hope you understand this logic, guys. Okay. Okay. So if I have to send a report on every last Saturday, so if I have to send a report on every last Saturday, guys, okay, every last Saturday I want to send the report on every last Saturday. So then I have to compare today is every last Saturday or not. So where last date is equal to this one. Okay. While you have to take a day here, last Saturday, right? Where day is equal to last date dot get day of the week. Get day of the week. Okay. While day is not if day is not Saturday, if last date of the month is not Saturday, last date of the month not equal to Saturday, what you will do? Last date dot add days minus one. So then what you will do? You will remove one day. So first of all, you are getting last date of the month, guys. Last date of the month is actually 31st August. 31st August is Saturday or not, I am checking. If that is not Saturday, I am removing one day. Then it will become August 30. August 30 is Saturday or not, I am checking. Okay. Okay. If it is last day, 31st date is actually not actually Saturday, then it will remove one day. 30th is Saturday or not, it will check. 30th is not Saturday, and it will check 29. 29th is Saturday or not, it will check. Okay. So 28th it will check. 28th is Saturday or not, it will check. So 27th it will check. 27th is Saturday. So if it is Saturday, it will come out of the while loop. Okay, it will come out of the while loop where last Saturday, last Saturday is equal to last Saturday is equal to okay, last date dot get display value. Last date dot get date you will take. Okay. So you will compare today's date with the last Saturday. So let me just execute this particular script here, the background script. So let me execute this one. Last Saturday is actually coming 31st. 31st is falling on Saturday. 31st is falling on Saturday. Okay, last Saturday is actually coming on 31st. Okay, so this line of script will be executed properly. So here what I am doing is I am actually taking today's time, guys. Today's time. So using this line of script, I am identifying the last Saturday of this month. Using this line of script, I am identifying the last Saturday of this month. Okay, today and last Saturday both are equal. Send the report. And today and last Saturday both are not equal. Don't send the report. You're getting my point? So how am I identifying the last Saturday of the month? I'm actually taking the end of this month. It is actually August 31st. August 31st day I am taking. If the August 31st day is not, if the August 31st day is not Saturday, remove one day so that it will become 30th. Okay. So 30th is actually in Saturday or not, it will check. If it is not, 30th is not on Saturday, it will remove one more day. 20, 29. 29 is Saturday or not, it will check. If 29th is not Saturday, it will remove one more day. 28th. 28th is actually not falling on Saturday, it will remove one more day. 27. So if 27 is falling on Saturday, it will come out of the loop. So then you are taking that particular date here. Okay. So finally, you are taking the last Saturday date. You are comparing today's date and last Saturday's date. If both are equal, then you are saying answer is equal to true. Okay. This job runs daily. Daily, this job will be executed. So this job will today's date and last Saturday's date. It will compare those two dates. If both are equal, then it will send the report. If these two dates are not equal, it will not send the report. Hope you understand the logic, guys. Everyone. Hmm? Fine. So that is how you will create the scheduled jobs, guys. Okay. And one, this is actually scheduling the report. This is actually scheduling the report. Okay. So you can also uh, schedule the records as well, guys. Let me just go to the scheduled jobs. Scheduled jobs. So I'm creating a new scheduled job. The second one is automatically generate something. So this is actually um, uh, this is not an important one. We don't use this one at all in the organization. In the organization, we don't use this one at all, guys. Okay. Okay. So this one we don't use it at all because what exactly this does is that on scheduled basis it will create the incident record for every week you want to create one incident record. So every Saturday you want to create an incident record automatically. Okay. Every Friday you want to create an incident record. Every Friday you want to create a HR case record. Every Saturday you want to create a HR case record. Uh, every last Saturday you want to create a HR case record. So likewise, if you want to create the records, you have to use this one. So normally we don't create records on scheduled basis. Okay. So normally guys, we don't create records on scheduled basis. So if you want to create a records on scheduled basis, okay, first of all, create HR case. Create HR case. Okay, you have to add the template here. So I am just going to open the HR case form. Configuration item. With all these values, I am creating a template, guys. With all these values, I am creating a template. Okay. So click on these three column options, toggle template bar, click on plus icon. Okay. So with all these values, I am creating a template. Char case template. Just to click on submit here. You have created a template called template 5. Did not template 5. I think I forgot to change the name of the template. Go to sys underscore template table. Template 5, right? HR case template. Okay, I created a template, right? So I'm going to select the template in the scheduled job. HR case template. This is the template that I'm selecting here. So weekly on Friday, okay, this job will run using this template. It will create a HR case record. Using this template, it will create a HR case record. Normally, we don't create records on scheduled basis, guys. In the organizations, we don't create records on scheduled basis. So that is why it is not an important scheduled job, guys. It is not a important scheduled job. Okay, you understand, everyone? Okay, so we'll go to scheduled jobs. I'm creating a new scheduled job. Automatically run a script of your choosing. So if you want to execute the script on scheduled basis, if you want to execute the script at regular intervals, if you want to execute the script at regular intervals, okay. So in that case, in that case, in that case, we'll be using automatically run a script of your choosing. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so if you want to execute the script, okay, if you want to execute the script at regular intervals, if you want to execute the script on scheduled basis, then you will choose automatically run a script of your choosing. Okay, so as I mentioned here, scheduled jobs is a server side script. Scheduled jobs is a server side script. So here we should write glide use, we should write glide record secure, glide aggregate, glide daytime, glide schedule, glide duration, glide system, all these things. You cannot write glide user, glide form, glide ajax, glide dialog window, glide model form, glide list. So client side APIs you cannot use here. You can only use server side APIs. Okay. So if you want to run the script on scheduled basis, then you will use automatically a script of your choosing. So I have a requirement, guys. I have a requirement. Okay. The requirement is, let me open the HR cases. Okay. Okay. So in the HR cases, if the HR case is already resolved, let me just pull the state here. State field is already available here. Resolved, resolved at. Okay. So guys, if the thing I disabled list editing, right? Uh, list control. So resolve time is actually August 18th. Suppose resolve time is August 18th, August 15th. Okay, now the state is actually in the resolve state. Okay. So I am actually creating a scheduled job. Where is the scheduled job? Okay, I am creating a scheduled job. Okay. So this scheduled job should run every day. Should run every day. Okay. So every day it has to filter the HR case records which are in the resolved state. Every day it has to filter HR cases which are in the resolved state. So I'm just selecting the frequency as daily. I'm writing the condition here where gr u underscore HR underscore case where state is resolved u underscore state 6 means resolved. It will filter the HR cases which are in the resolved state. Okay. So every HR case record resolve time I'm taking where resolved time is equal to new glide date time. Okay. br dot u underscore resolved at dot get date. Resolved dot get display value. Okay. Resolved dot display value. Okay. So every record resolve time I'm taking. Okay. I'm taking 2 days time. Okay. We'll take date, guys. Where today is equal to new glide date time dot get date. Okay. We have to take the date difference between these two dates, guys. We have to take the date difference between these two dates. Okay. Where difference is equal to glide date time dot subtract today comma resolve date. Okay. Dot get day part. Get day part. Okay. If the difference, if the difference greater than or equal to, if the difference is greater than 5 days, if the difference is greater than 5 days, what you will do is gr dot set value u underscore state comma 7. You are keeping the state value as closed. Gr dot update. So what you are doing here, close the resolved cases after 5 days automatically. So this job will run daily. Job will run daily It will actually filter the HR cases which are in the resolved state, and every record resolved time you are taking, and you are taking every record resolved time, you are taking today's date time, you are comparing resolved time with the today's date. If the date difference is, you are getting the date difference in days. If the date difference is greater than 5, you are actually keeping the state value as closed. So that means if the HR case is resolved 5 days ago, we have to close it automatically. If the HR case is resolved 5 days ago, okay, we have to close it automatically. We have to close it automatically. Okay. So remember this point, guys. Every day we have to filter the HR case records which are in the resolved state. If the resolved time is 5 days ago, and we have to close it automatically by scheduled job. The scheduled job will close the HR cases which are actually resolved 5 days ago automatically. Hope you understand this logic, guys. Hmm? Everyone, please answer me. So Anusha, you will be able to understand. See, here HR cases are actually resolved. Whenever it is resolved, result time will be updated. Okay. So every day this job will run. This job will filter the HR case records which are in the resolved state, and every HR case resolved time I am taking, and I am taking today's date time. I am comparing. I am actually taking the date difference between resolved time and today's time. If the date difference between resolved time and today's time is greater than 5 days, we are marking the HR case state as closed. So that means the HR case the HR case which are resolved 5 days ago should be closed automatically by scheduled job. The scheduled job is automatically closing the HR cases which were actually resolved 5 days ago. Okay, hope you understand this logic. Yes, yes, Prithvi. So I am going to create another scheduled job, guys. Okay. So there is a table called approval table where all the approvals are stored in the approval table, guys. This underscore this approval underscore approver dot list. In this approval table, all the approvals will be stored. Okay. So there is a table called approval table in ServiceNow. Sys approval underscore approver is actually approval table. In this approval table, all the approvals are actually available in the approval table. Okay. So in this approval table, I have to filter requested. I have to filter the approvals which are in the requested state. So approval created time 3 months ago. Okay, approval created time 3 months ago. So here, if the approval is created 5 days, but still no action taken, if the approval is sent to the manager 5 days ago, still manager has no action taken, I have to send a reminder email notification. You understand the logic here? See here, Prudvi is my manager. Okay, Prudvi is my manager. Okay, so I have actually sent an approval to the manager. I have sent an approval to the manager. So Prudvi is not taking any action for 5 days on the approval. Then what I have to do? I have to manually manually text Prudvi. I have to either call him. I have to write an email that I have sent an approval. Please approve. So instead of doing it manually, okay, if the approval is created 5 days ago and no action taken, so scheduled job should send a reminder email notification automatically from system. Okay, if the approval has not taken any action for 5 days, we have to send a reminder email notification to the approver. Hope you understand the requirement. So for that, I'm actually creating a new job here. Okay, approval created data. Approval created data. Okay, send reminder notifications. Send reminder notifications. Daily, we have to write a glide record on the approval table. Sys underscore this approval underscore approver. Okay, where state is requested. You are actually filtering the approvals which are in the requested state. So you will look through each each approval record, create a time you will take. You created date is equal to new glide date time. Okay, gr dot this underscore created underscore on dot get date. Okay, where today is equal to new glide date time dot get date. Okay, you will take the date difference between these 2 days. Okay, where difference is equal to glide date time dot subtract today. If difference greater than 5 days, okay, we have to send an email notification. Okay, so to send an email notification, we have to use a line of script that is actually guide system gs dot event queue. So about this line, I'll be explaining in detail in next topic, guys. Event name, vr object. Okay, vr object, vr dot approver. The approver should receive the email, right? Approver. Okay, gr dot approver is a reference field. That is why we can dot working. So this line will send out an email. this line will send out an email, guys. Okay. So gs.event queue, event name, object name, event param 1, event param 2. So here I'm filtering the approval records which are in the requested state. I'm taking the approval created time. I'm taking the today's state time. I'm taking the difference between these 2 days. If the difference is greater than 5 days, I'm actually sending a reminder email notification here. I'm sending a reminder email notification. This job runs daily. Daily, it will check approval records which are in the requested state. It will check every record created time. If the created time and today's date difference is greater than 5 days, it will be sending a reminder email notification using this line of script. Okay, hope you understand. So that is how the scheduled jobs will work, guys. So scheduled jobs, okay, scheduled jobs won't be captured in the update sets. Okay, scheduled jobs won't be captured in the update sets. If you want to move the scheduled jobs to another environment, you have to download the XML, you have to export the XML, you have to import the XML in the target instance. So scheduled jobs are by default not captured in the update set. Okay, everyone. Any questions from anyone, guys?
Uday, for that HR case closed status, can you go to that records HR case table? I just want to check whether those are resolved or not. I mean,
Oh,
closed or not.
we have to execute it, right? I did not execute it. Let me just open this one.
Okay, okay.
I have to click on execute here. Okay, so let me just go back here. We'll go to the HR cases. It is in the still in the resolved state. That means there is a logic issue. How to check this particular logic? Get to the background script. Okay. So first of all, what we will do is we will take the difference here. So we'll print each one. Let me comment out this one. What is the resolve time? What is the difference that you are getting? So let me just first print out this one. Where state is 6. Please turn off the videos, guys. So we'll do one thing. We'll take the date difference in a different way. GS dot date diff today, comma, resolve time, comma, true. Okay, we'll see. So we are getting the difference in seconds, guys. You are getting the difference in seconds. Difference in seconds. What I will do, you will convert 5 days into seconds. Execute this particular script here. Then is it throwing an error? Hmm, 6, 7, 8. That is logic is correct only. Hmm. Gr dot set value u underscore state 7. That is correct only. The date difference is Now it has updated. See, the issue here is that, guys, we have kept today here and we have kept result time here. So what I have done is that I have replaced result time here. I have kept today's time here. Okay. So you can just keep this logic, the scheduled job. Okay. So you can just keep this scheduled job, guys, so that it will work. It will actually filter the HR case record which are in the resolved state, and each HR case resolve time it will take. It will take today's time. It will take the difference between resolve time and today's state time in the seconds. So you'll get the difference in seconds. If the difference is greater than 5 days, you will set the state value as 7, and you will actually update the HR case. You will update the HR case. Okay. Hope you guys are clear. Prithvi, you are clear? Prithvi.
Yes, Uday.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll be discussing the email notifications topic, guys. Tomorrow, what time are you able to connect in the morning hours, guys? Is it possible for you to connect in the morning hours?
Possible, Uday.
What time, sir, it is? Morning hours.
Morning 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, I am fine with it.
What about rest of the guys?
I'm okay, Uday. 9:30.
Okay. So I'll keep you posted, guys. Okay.
Okay, Uday. Sure.
I'll keep you posted. Okay. Then we'll connect in tomorrow session. Okay.
Okay, Uday. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.